Looking for a way to support a great cause and enjoy some amazing poetry, you need the spoken word album.
With Dr. Empress Rose Green's spoken word album, you can rest assured that a portion of your money is going towards helping the homeless. Plus, the album is filled with powerful and thought-provoking poems that will leave you inspired and moved. This album is a must-have. Whether you're a poetry lover or just looking for something new to listen to.
So don't wait. Get your copy today and support a great cause while enjoying the attributes of amazing poetry.
I wrote a song today. 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 A moment in time when okay was just that. Okay? About freedom, self-expression, love, and innocence. It reminded me of a definitive period during my adolescence. I wrote a song today. a doctor quick. A puppet on your string. You are no good for me. Breaking my heart. Then boy, you make me happy. Explosive relations. Bring forth the embers. Drop a bomb in my mind. And then you make me smile. Crazy is what it is. I know. Displacing our heads. Off we go. How do we endure? How do we? When at the thought of each other we tick, we want to hold and smother. And man always sick. Call the doctor quick.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for tapping in. I really appreciate you guys for for tapping in with me today. So, for all the persons who are just now filing in and actually did not hear my introduction, allow me. We are currently vibing with FricaSole, and of course, she's a singer-songwriter. Who actually originates out of Antigua. She's currently residing in the US. And of course, we just had an opportunity to listen to one of her songs, but I would like to speak about her songwriting. Very unique in singing as well, not just in her physical structures as well. As you see her, you know that, of course, it is that. Yes, she is an artist. We talked about the name Frika Soleil as well. And I thankful for everyone right now who is actually tapping in, and I will get to you some of your questions that I will ask her in just a few minutes. But for right now, Frika Soleil, talk to me about the song that we just listened to. Is that your song that you actually wrote and produced yourself?
Yes. So the name of that song is called Call the Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a song that I was working with a particular producer at a point, and I got an instrumental, and I wrote. So I write differently. So sometimes I write a poem,
Mm-hmm.
or I'll just get a beat and I'll write to the beat. But this particular song, it was an instrumental I received, and I wrote the lyrics. But what I do is all my songs are poetry first, and
Mm.
then I transcribe it into, like, I sing it to the beat. So even when I'm writing, even if I'm writing to a beat or I'm not, it's a poem first. So I write in a very poetic way. And Call the Doctor literally is, it was originally recorded in a different version. It was in a slower version.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things I try to do with my songs is be able to create the song in multiple versions. So with that song, I just got into the studio, recorded it. Um, I don't remember when I did, but it recorded, and I just felt like when I heard the second version of the song, I said, okay, this is it. It was more upbeat as opposed to the first one. But the song is literally about just being in love with someone that may not be the right fit for you, but you can't but love that person. And so, it's trying to feel like it's almost like send emergency help because like this is not good, but I feel that I love the person. I need a doctor. But yeah, it was a fun song. And but yeah, I just love writing poetry. I love writing music. And at that. So this particular song, when it came out the way it did, I was happy the way it came out.
Wow. Well, I must tell you, I love the song. I love everything. that you have sent to
Thank
me
you.
as well. So, John, at what age did you decide that? Listen, this is what I would like to do. I know you talk about writing in, having the song in various versions as well. But at what age did you actually start writing?
Oh wow, I've been writing since a very young age. Um, I should actually say before even writing, I was singing music in Antigua. When I was in Antigua, I used to be in the Glory Alley Choir with my aunt Nessie or Nessa Henry from Potter's Village from the Moravian Church. So it started there with me and my cousins. One of the most notable is Arian White and Lee Ching. So we started singing, and then we came to America, and I got fully into music, and I was like, oh, um, it's a thing. Like you could actually make money off of this. But before the money part, I was just writing music. I was writing poetry. I write short stories. I write long stories. So I'm constantly writing, and I've been writing since I was a young lady. So it's just I love to observe people. I love to observe the world and write stories.
So you're a definite artist. Um, you're an all around artistry
Yes.
is just insane. So you're right. Let me ask. You have, of course, Lizzie, you have your tracks that are out there. Persons could locate them across the various digital platforms. But outside of those, are you publishing your poems and are you publishing your short stories?
So I will admit, due to the past, I'm not gonna lie, the past 4 years has been extremely rough, and
Mm-hmm.
I've had to put the writing on a hold and focus more on the management of my business.
Yeah.
But I have been working on some projects, and even the song "Call Your Doctor" and the product that's a part of "Emotional." That is actually supposed to be a book of poetry, as well as the EP and eventually an LP. So eventually, I hope to release the book of poetry, an actual full book about this emotional project within the next 6 months. I'm crossing my fingers that I actually get to meet my deadline.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I've been writing and nothing out yet published book wise, but working on that.
Okay. All right. Well, I have Sandra out of the UK, and she says she really loves your voice, and she loves
Thank you.
the look as well. She understands what I mean when I say that. You
Thank you.
look
Thank you.
as soon as you look at you, you realize she's an artist as well.
Yes.
Loving it. Um, all right, so I'm going to jump to one of your other tracks, and we'll be right back. This time, I'm
Yes.
going to take some questions from our audience when we return.
Tired of my of you, your lies, your guy love you. Yes, you know what I say. It's true. You I allowed to better rape and shroud my soul, my life by you, all drowned. For freedom I yearn, a lesson to learn, to be me and free. Past you I see. No more will you keep me down. I'm rising from the ground where you knocked me down. To rise, to beg, to cry, to die. Yeah, yeah. Away from you I go.
Yes, 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 ladies and gentlemen. I thank you, everyone who is currently tapping in. Big ups to Ghana. I see you, Ghana. Thanks for tapping in as well and showing love to FricaSole. I tell you, I could listen to her all day. I think the thing that really strikes me is the fact that you're able to do it so effortlessly in various genres. And just like you say,
Mhm.
that, for instance, you write this one and it may be considered R&B, but then you have the jazz side of it, and then you have the pop side of it as well. I think that's
Mhm.
very talented. But if I may, are you operating under a management or a label, or do you have your own label?
So I currently operate my own label, FNJ Records. It's a
Nice.
music media and management company. So I manage myself. And everything you see I do, whether it comes to releasing, recording, writing, with photo shoots, I put together everything. So I wanted to not just showcase the fact that I can sing, but I also wanted to showcase that if I was to work with another artist to be in the background, because I love being in the background of music. I don't just love to be on the stage. So the years I've just developed the different strengths, so
Hmm.
I can manage, I can write, I know how to run a project,
Yes.
and just I wanted to be a one stop shop and just be able to do everything by myself, so that when I did hire other people, I would know exactly what they're doing when they're doing it. So I've been excited to learn every aspect of the music as possible, and not just the singing and the writing.
Yeah. I think it's
And then
important.
additionally, I have my also sorry, I had to add that I also have my publishing, so like I have everything set up.
That's awesome. It's great when you
Thank
walk
you,
the
thank
fine
you.
line by yourself, because just like you say, when you hire someone or get somebody to assist you, you know what you're able to do on
Yeah,
your own, and they shouldn't be taking a million years
exactly, exactly.
to do something, right? Okay. Yeah, I really love what I'm hearing, and I must tell you, I applaud you for everything that you have been doing on your own, because it's so hard. It seems as
Yeah.
if, like, for instance, you've been walking this fine line for how long? And then you figure that
Oh
over
my
time it will
god.
get a little bit easier. But then we came upon the COVID spectrum and all the other nonsense that's going on, and it's like I'm pretty sure at times you may feel like I do, like I feel stuck sometimes. Like, it is supposed to get easier, but for some reason, it seems as if it's getting harder, right?
I'm laughing because I've been doing this for quite some time. I don't want to age myself, but I've been doing it for quite some time. And
Yeah.
when I started out, it was hard.
Hmm.
But I thought that after all this time, 10, 20 years later, that, it's going to be smooth sailing. It's just like, it's like after you get over one stumbling block, something else happens. So what I've learned to do is like, okay, just take advantage of no matter what's going on, just try to see the positive in it and just make whatever I can happen, just get whatever gets done. That's it. Like, because I can't control the other stuff.
Wow. Yes. When you talk about talent right here, and there are persons who listen to the interviews from various parts of the world. So for my producers and promoters and persons who are listening, and for any of the artists that you feel as if that you would like to reach out to and assist, by all means, reach out to them and assist. And if you're unable to get to them, you can reach out to myself as well, and I will make it happen, because it is not. These times are not easy times. These are not times when it's like, oh, okay, like just like you said, you have a project and you would like to get it done, and you're working on it, and you to get all the pieces together. And the pieces used to be a lot more easier to put together, but now it's a lot more harder than before. And where things are supposed to be getting better, it's just getting worse by the
Mm-hmm.
minute. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Can you talk to me about the Tired track? The writing and production, and what's the message that you would like the general
Tired.
audience to have gotten from that
All
piece?
right. Oh wow. So tired. Actually, that song. was inspired by a conversation I was having with my mom. I remember I was at work and, my mom and I were talking. She called me at work and whatever she was frustrated with, she just said, she was tired. And I remember getting off the phone and I'm at work again and I just started writing a poem.
Mm-hmm.
So, one thing about my job that I had when I was a project analyst, when I get my work, I get the work and I get it done so fast that I'm able to have downtime. And in my downtime at work, I was writing poetry. So again, like as I got off the phone with my mom and like I felt so bad for whatever she was frustrated about,
Mm-hmm.
and I wrote the song Tired to just represent any and everything that you've been tired of, whether it's emotional or just someone doing you wrong or just life in general. When I wrote that, it was a poem that I wrote,
Yes.
and the lyrics just it came to me, the feeling, like I literally wrote it in one sitting, like I said, and to make it into a song, it was, I don't remember when, but I remember whatever I was going through at that period, it was the right time for me to record it and make the poem into a song. So I went to this is Bristol Studios in Boston, and I was working with Chris Billius at the time, and I told him the sound that I wanted, and he was able to create the beat. And I had very much a hands-on to say like, okay, I don't like this, I don't like that. We adjusted until I got the beat exactly the way I wanted it to be. So that song, I could say that was from start to finish. Writing the poem, making it into a song, getting the beat built. I did that fully. Like that was me from start to finish. F&J Records, Fricka James, FricaSole. And I feel like that song represents, especially now that what we're going through, especially with COVID and just all the things that's going on that's just so bad and making us all frustrated. Tired is that song that just represents any and anything that you're tired of. That's like whatever it is you're going through. When you listen to that song, you'll be able to connect,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what it is that you're going through.
Wow.
And that's how that song came to be. So I just want people to know, like, no matter what you're going through, just take it and feel it, yes, but know that at the end of the day, something good is going to come out of it.
I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah. Well, you're working on a project that you mentioned earlier. Was this a EP project, or is it involve you getting out your poems or short stories, or is it just one thing, music?
So it's the emotional. So the EP was already released in 2020,
Mm-hmm.
but I've been working to pull out the full LP. So I don't have a particular date on the LP aspect of it, but in terms of the book of poetry,
Yes.
and the short stories, I currently have a deadline of 6 months, crossing my fingers
Yeah.
to be able to release that. But yeah, when emotional started out, not just with the EP, but I started out with I wanted to do a book of poetry
Mm-hmm.
and then take the poetry and make them into songs and be able to tell everyone the story behind how the songs were made and how the poems were written.
Nice.
So I'm working on that, crossing
Yeah.
my fingers
One thing
for
I
the
must
release date.
one thing I must say is that based on your concept, do what's in your heart, because I see nowadays where there are projects and everyone is following what everybody else is doing, and
Yes,
it's okay to be unique and to take away some of the things that you think may have worked years ago and that is
yes, yes,
indifferent now, but will also work today as well, or taking it from different angles. You never know. You inspire different persons, not just within the music industry, because music wasn't made to just inspire other musicians. It was made to inspire persons
exactly,
from different walks of life as well. So
exactly.
on your label, are you, to the listening audience, are you looking for new artists, or for persons who would like to work with you, are you available to take on new projects for persons that would like to work with you, whether it be songwriting, or whether it be for yourself to collaborate with them, or whether it be some productions?
Currently, I'm pretty open to producers, other songwriters, new artists. Willing to looking for artists who like to be developed, looking for artists who like to who want just songs written for them or would
Mm-hmm.
like to collaborate on a song together all together. In addition, I will add that not only do I record my songs, but and I write them, but I also do my music videos myself.
Yes.
So if you go online, you're gonna see Tired music video. And right now I'm editing the All Your Time music video. So
Mm-hmm.
right now, basically what I'm saying is I'm open to networking and open to work with anyone. If the project is a good project, I'll go with it. If it's not, or if the timing is not right, or I'm just looking to network and be open with other people right now to collaborate with others
Love it. Love
in
it.
many different aspects.
Love it. Yes. I really appreciate you coming through, and of course sharing just about everything with myself, letting me know exactly what you have going on, and to our listening audience as well. Of course, it is that I am going to ask you to come back when you have your project
Definitely.
completed, and we will have a longer interview as well. But for right now,
I'm
do you
looking.
have any last minute
Yes.
shout outs, and can you share your social media handles with our listening audience?
Yes, definitely. So you guys can find me at fricasole.com, which is FricaSole.com. Whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or AKA X, TikTok, I'm all under FricaSole, FricaSole. But again, if you want the one stop shop, just go to fricasole.com and you'll be able to link to social medias and my music videos and just any and everything. One stop shop, fricasole.com.
FricaSole.com. Love it, love it. Any shout outs? Anyone you'd like to shout out? Your kids? Or...
Shout out to my family, my videographer that's been running around with me getting this video done. To anyone who I've collaborated with over the years, anyone who's been on my team. Shout no particular names. I just shout out everybody who's been on the journey with me.
Love it. Of course, we're going to vibe out with all your time. What message would you like to leave with the audience as they listen to this next song that I will vibe out with all your time?
No matter what you're going through, I want to say, I don't want to accept it, but it's okay. And just know that at the end of the day, it'll all be okay. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy some good music.
I thank you for coming through, Frika Sole. Love the name, love the aura, love the music. And I most definitely
Thank
will connect with you. I thank you for coming through.
thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy.
Blessed love.
I don't blame you. You probably get this all the time. I don't hate you. Baby, this is not a lie. I just want you to give me all your time. All your time. It's not
also to our listening audience who are currently tapping in. And if you are late, we just completed our interview with FricaSole. For those persons who are with us, I thank you for tapping in as well. FricaSole, she's an independent singer-songwriter, very passionate about music and sharing that music with our general audience. She is Antiguan. I welcome you guys to go and look her up on social media and follow her. But just in case it is that you're also able to go to fricasole.com where you can find, all her social media links as well and connect with her there as well. When we're talking about someone who's very driven, charismatic, and unique, not just in appearance as well, but very, neo soul or genres, neo soul, R&B, and pop. However, she's also does poetry and short stories. I'm telling you, there's so much we have in common. Yes, I will be speaking to her off here. But right now, we are getting ready to bring out Elijah Tribe. He is one of a kind, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it locked. ElyJah Tribe is going to be up in just a few minutes. Keep it locked.
Giving thanks and praise to this one is majesty, highly Selassie, ElyJah Tribe. James, let's get it, brother. I can feel the rain coming in. I can feel the storm pouring in. See, I can learn to heal myself again. 'Cause beneath it all, we're the same within. We're all the same with different names, yeah. We're all the same with different names, yeah. Woo! Materials ain't go away. Just love follows us every day. Policemen leave us alone. Y'all persecute us when this is our home. Yeah. Materials ain't go away. Just love follows us every day. A preacher man leave us alone. Y'all persecute us when this is our home. We're living in the land of the broken. We aren't free. We're living in the land of the broken. We aren't free. Yeah. Living in the land of the broken. We aren't free. We're living in the land of the broken. We aren't free.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for tapping in. Of course, it is that what you have been listening to is ElyJah Tribe, right? And just to get acclimated, right? He's currently in studio, but I would like for you to give me another minute, and you'll be right back. Of course, it is that keep it vibing and keep sharing, ElyJah.
Giving thanks and praise to this one is majesty, highly Selassie, ElyJah Tribe. James, let's get it, brother. I can feel the rain coming in. I can feel the storm pouring in. See, I can learn to heal myself again. 'Cause beneath it all, we're the same within. We're all the same with different names, yeah. We're all the same with different names, yeah. Woo! Materials ain't go away. Just love follows us every day. Policemen leave us alone. Y'all persecute us when this is our home. Yeah. Materials ain't go away. Just love follows us every day. A preacher man leave us alone. Y'all persecute us when this is our home. We're living in the land of the broken. We aren't free. We're living in the land of the broken. We aren't free. Yeah. Living in the land of the broken. We aren't free. We're living in the land of the broken. We aren't free.
Yeah. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. We currently have in studio ElyJah Tribe. I must tell you, I was having a conversation with him off air, and I was telling him that he sent me a list of music, and I could not pick which songs I wanted to. So I kind of play this thing where it is that, okay, let me just pause. I know I didn't do that. Oh, but oh yeah, I really love your collection of songs, that's going on and stuff like that. And it's a pleasure having you here today.
Uh,
Right out the gate, are you okay?
yes, I'm good. Yeah, I was just clearing my throat, so I'm not sounding not as nice as I usually do. So yes, just clearing my throat. I'm all ready. It's good to be on the show. I'm very honored, Dr. Empress Rose. I saw your content, and you're doing amazing work for the people. So righteous living, and it's just beautiful to see your success.
Oh, I thank you. I thank you. Um, there's a quote that I can't remember it, but it will come to me. Oh, my reputation precedes me.
All right? Let's hear. What's the quote?
No, that's it. My reputation precedes me. That's it.
Oh, okay. I love that one as well. Yes, indeed.
Yes. But I am honored. I am more than honored. Each time I hear someone comes on and say, you know what, I appreciate coming on your show. I always wanted to get on your show. I always wanted to meet you, and then when people persons meet me in person and stuff like that. So yeah, I appreciate it. Yes.
Oh, respect.
I always tell persons, don't let the blue tick on these platforms fool you. We're out here doing it. Huh?
Hey,
We out
doing
here
things.
doing it.
That I'll tell people. As soon as
Right.
that train starts moving and going, then everybody understands.
Exactly. Don't let this blue tick fool you. We all out here working. Yes.
That
Well,
part.
yes. So of course it is. Before we jump into the collection of your songs and the awesomeness that's going on with your music as well, can you tell our listening audience, and for myself, I would also like to know, who are the persons that influence the great music that you're producing, as well?
Definitely, yeah. My biggest influences are definitely artists like Al Green, Marvin Gaye, Temptations, Jackson Five. I grew up in San Jose, California, but my father's from Detroit, Michigan. So he actually like saw Ben Gordy and the Supremes recording as a kid and stuff like that, and yeah, huge influence. And then Earth, Wind and Fire, Bootsy Collins, of course Bob Marley, Stephen Marley, Usher. A lot of it is just loving music. I was a huge fan of an artist by the name of Music Soul Child as well, Lauren Hill, which gave me a good balance of like really good hip hop influences, but also very great singers, and that's why I was able to learn so many instruments and have that funk and that island feel to all my stuff, because it's all those influences.
So, how many instruments do you play?
uh, so my close friends tell me it's like 13, but there's 9 that I play, and I fully say I'm really good at 9. But the other ones I'm still kind of learning, but like xylophone and stuff like that, which is really just a big piano. Yeah, 9 instruments, drums, bass, keys, organ, djembe, congas, drum set, vocals, banjo, you name it.
Wow. Oh, no, this is awesome. This is awesomeness. Man, my day is full of awesomeness. Forget the fact that if I ever had anything going on, I am blown out the water by FricaSole, by the amount of things that she has going on, which is similar to like myself. And I'm yet to, would have said, find someone that does the different things that I do until I am discovering FricaSole, who was just on. And here you go. You're blowing me out the water. You, how much? That's crazy. That's insane. So no wonder
Yes.
the music is now. Now, before we get into that, let me ask you this question, because it is that you have, there's so much instruments that you have are that are playing and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Do you have a hard time? Um, say a producer sends you a rhythm, and right away you're listening to the rhythm and you're saying, no, that's not it, he's missing certain things here and there. This, I could make this much better. Are you that person that will will actually have the conversation to the producer, or you'll just tell him no, you're not interested?
So it's rare. So about I'd say about 97% of my music catalog,
Mm-hmm.
I produce it all myself.
Yes.
So for me, before I work with the artist rhythm, like if they were say, hey, ElyJah, I want to work with you. Um, it's all about for me the vibe and the feeling, right? If you can't bob your head to it, you know what I mean, and get a little bounce in your shoulders, right? I'm more concerned, with that, right? Because you want to make people feel stay connected. So yeah, I'm huge. People always tell me they're like, man, you're always like trying to be so precise, like Michael Jackson or whatever. Like, but I think that exchange of energy is beautiful, right? For me to be honest, with, hey man, take out that guitar. All right, here, change that bass line. If you're honest about it and you know your craft, like I've been doing this for like 15 years, then that person they're gonna grow too. And I think that's what a lot of musicians and artists that I work with. I always challenge us to treat it like a championship game, in FIFA or in the NBA. Like treat practicing and all that. Help your teammates grow together, build together. Let somebody know, like, hey, I'm not feeling this, because I think that's the most powerful thing that I bring to the table is I want to challenge artists and I want them to challenge me, right? I want to challenge producers, and then we exchange energy. And now it's like a woo, when two or more come together, the Most High is always present. So I think that's just, yes, that's I definitely do.
So what does your catalog look like? Albums, EPs, singles?
Yeah, all the above. So best way definitely be like Spotify as well as YouTube. But iTunes, all over. But yeah, my catalogs, I have 3 EPs out. My first one was called Authentic Awareness. It's just when I was really diving into being myself and trying to find my path in life. I recently got married to the mother of my daughter Zelia. Things with me and her didn't work out, but that produced legacy and fatherhood. And so my whole journey has just been constantly going through life, recording that for myself to know what I overcame and what I'm learning, right? And then just to keep doing that. I probably have about 17 singles as well. So yeah, about 3 EPs, and then I have a bunch of singles coming out each month now as well with some amazing producers you guys hear about very soon.
Wow. Wow. I love the artistry. I love what I'm hearing, in terms of just everything, just everything. And family is of importance to you. So, is there any one song within your catalog that, as a songwriter, before I get to that question, actually, as a songwriter, are majority of the songs that you are writing, is it based on life experiences or just based on things that are going on in the world, or a combination of both?
I love that question. I really do think it's a combination of both, but majority is my life experience, right? So I grew up. I'm 35 years old. 1988. It was kind of the era what everyone kind of calls true hip hop. It had the real R&B. The people were more rebellious in. I would say more of like in the Rastafarian culture, and what I've learned from just years of studying myself is the rebel is very important because it challenges and it overcomes diversity within themselves. So every day I battle myself. I don't go against anybody else. And I think that's the I and Haile Selassie, that I had to learn for myself is that very Yahweh Jah energy is inside of you, right? But it's going to be scary going into that to create. But when you create from that space, you can't go wrong. So for me, I do try to stick to my stories in my life. But like I have on a song, that I wrote. Actually, this is back when I was living in Reno, Nevada. But essentially, it was a song about a young woman who had got just abused by her father, basically. And I had heard her story, and that song. I love writing from a vision standpoint, but not so much. I can't go into a person's feelings and go with it. It's like, how do you feel what they feel? But yeah, I really try to just speak from the heart. And since I've been doing that, talking about my daughter and being a single, father out here and trying to, go through custody battle stuff and dealing with health issues and my parents and all that, if people receive it and they've accepted me more as I'm accepting myself more.
Wow. I tell you, you are so comfortable saying your age. You'll never find. I don't think I've come across a female that will say, "Oh, I'm 35." Especially especially in the music business, they were like, "Oh, I am old enough.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm going to jump to one of your other tracks and I'll be right back with some more questions as
Fan-
well. I'll take some from our audience.
Yeah, yeah. I never felt a love like this. See when twin flame touch lips, the room starts moving, the bedroom booming. Loyal to my queen, she's my exclusive. No matter if I'm touring, yeah, you're still my focus. I ain't going nowhere. You are the reason I'm standing here. Cause of us, love. Cause of us, love. I live without fear. Yeah. Oh, I can't stay to see you walk away. Perfect parts of my day laying with true love, seeing our children's face. So all night and day, I crave your soul. It's the price we pay, 'cause we release control. Yeah, yeah, true love. Yeah, yeah, true love. Yeah, yeah, true love. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I never felt a love like this. See when twin flame touch lips, the room starts moving, the bedroom booming. Loyal to my queen, she's my exclusive. No matter if I'm touring, yeah, you're still my focus. I ain't going nowhere. You are the reason I'm standing here. Cause of us, love. Cause of us, love. I live without fear. Yeah. Oh, I can't stay to see you walk away. Perfect parts of my day laying with true love, seeing our children's face. So all night and day, I crave your soul. It's the price we pay, 'cause we release control. Yeah, yeah, true love. Yeah, yeah, true love. Yeah, yeah, true love.
Yes, yes, yes. I listen. If they say, if it's nice, you have to play twice, and so that's what just happened a minute ago. We had to rewind and come again. So Elijah, I'm
Yeah,
back here vibing with Elijah Tribe. I'm loving his vibe, as well. I really love what he has going on in terms of the music and the song. I think I have, I've chosen the right ones because would you say that's one of your favorites that I just played, Elijah?
oh yeah, man, that's a song that's dearest to my heart. I wrote it probably the night after my daughter was born.
Mm-hmm.
I was had finally could say I experienced, the moment of what true love can feel like when people are just loving each other, and the whole song was about her. Her name, she goes by Moonshadow. She's just incredible healer, man. She's an incredible lady. It's just that song was like my dedication to her and to our family, and like taking care of my stepchildren and the song, it's funny. The reason why this song is such an emotional, it makes me emotional a lot because I've never written a song about a specific woman, right? That I've been with, like unless it was like something like don't make believe that you're loving the same, like it hasn't been from a space of love before. So All Night and Day was my first song where it was like that high school prom innocence, like just trying to get back to that core of like when I remember when I was 16 Woo, man, I swear. There's something about 15, 16 when I just love in a different way. I was that guy buying the flowers and making the food and rubbing the feet. And yeah, but it's such a powerful song for me. And JoJo Caroline, big shout out to her, a good friend of mine, just doing great work too, and helping her with the writing on it really helped to develop her sound too. And it's just been a really cool journey, moving forward. But yeah.
What did you say you were doing at 16? I just want to make sure I heard correctly.
Oh, so at 16, hello, my day now.
Don't
So
you don't
little,
have to repeat it. That was a
so I'm
joke.
I'm a, I'm a mama's boy to the core.
Okay.
I love my mama, man, and I was raised by very very strong black women, African women, indigenous women who they just love their families, and they were just very direct with when they didn't like stuff, right? So if you make my mama something bad tasting food, she ain't gonna eat it. It's all good. She's gonna say absolutely not. You need to recook this, and like that, just that directness of saying what they want. So I've noticed ladies love getting their foot rubbed and having to buy a little something, a little nice on their arm, and it doesn't mean they need the materialism. I think that that's the biggest thing. Chivalry isn't dead. I think that men do need to remember women still love flowers, man. They love long conversations, those cuddles, those hugs, and I don't think we as men should forget that. We gotta, we really do. We need to balance out. We are designed to protect, to balance, to bring tranquility. But you all teach us love, so that's really what that song and my career really is about. Is trying to find out how men and women can finally have the real conversations about how we can love each other better. That's kind of my earth mission. I really feel that's what I'm called to help do.
Love it, love it. Yes. Wow. Well, okay. So, the song itself, you are writing all your songs. You're actually doing the production on all your songs as well. Um, what would you say is are three things that actually prepare you getting in the studio to, record um, a song or even an EP? What are the three things that help you to prepare?
You said the three things.
Three things that help you to prepare for a great
100%.
production. Hmm.
Respect. I just make sure I heard you correctly. So first of all, it's the environment of accepting where I am and accepting that as long as I give my best, there's an incredible book out there for those of you who struggle with mental health, like we all do. Don Miguel Ruiz, The Four Agreements.
Hmm.
I've been practicing those principles for 15 years and still have not got it right. But every day I give my best. So the mindset you wake up in, I think people always want to like, you have to wake up happy or you have to always feel motivated, right? For me, it's just discipline. So when I go into that studio, I don't go in with, a bunch of, bottles of Hennessy and all that stuff. Like, I smoke my herb, you know what I mean? I pray, I meditate, and then I let our ancestors bleed through me. Every day I ask Yahweh and Jah to let the wisdom of the ancestors bleed through me. And when I say that, the wisdom doesn't mean it's perfect or it's always going to be great. The wisdom is to keep going. And so that's really the main principle. I mean, the last thing I would say is just really realizing that your art is for you. I think that remembering like the only person's opinion I really, really value is my bandmate, my best friend, Myron Henley. Big shout out to my sax player, man. And usually the engineer. But you know how like people have a bunch of people trying to speak on your stuff and all that. It's about me going against me. I treat it as a war, So I just, just try to lock in. And I treat shows, whether it's one person or 1,000 or 3,000, you get the same show. And I think that that's what makes my art so different because I'm battling me and constantly want to get better every show. So yeah, just self improvement. I would say that's the last one. I know I'm saying more than three. Sorry. That's it.
Well, I tell you what I like. I like the fact that you are so genuine. And I know sometimes we have these shows, and someone said to me a few weeks ago that what I like about your show is that it's not scripted, and it's the real you. Yeah. And I have to say that,
True.
and I have to say that as well. What I just realized that the authenticity within what your response was just now, very authentic. and to the heart, because and something that you touch on, which a lot of male, and I say male
Mm-hmm.
because I've come across within my industry, mostly male. But what they will not admit is when they're wrong. And what they will not admit
Oh,
is the fact that they're not perfect and no one is asking for perfection. And you just
yeah,
highlighted that within your response. And I think the more persons realize that we are not here to be perfect. We are here
true,
to do our best and to be honest about the best that we are doing, right? But now
true.
I've recognized, and it has brought forward, and I've said it a few times where we've gone through this pandemic period where it is that your persons are pushed against the wall and you're seeing them for their true personality. And my
Mm-hmm.
message to everyone out there that will listen to me, whether you're a new listener or whether it is that you've always been listening to me, it is the art of understanding just who you are and admitting exactly who you are, knowing that it's
Yeah.
okay to not be perfect as well, right?
I,
That's it.
I love the way you put that. I mean, I couldn't have said it any better. And I think the reason why it's so important to have more of these conversations is because none of us are okay right now. Our environment, the planet going through, all this pollution, the oceans are poison, GMOs in here in the States, and politics and inflation. And now more than ever, like the world's going to have to come together to figure this out. But if you can't figure you out, and what matters to you and what you value, and then share that with the world so you can be happy within yourself. That's the secret. Everyone's trying to have like this big, I call it like the world peace meeting, right? They just want it to be like, all right, everybody, let's have peace, right? But it doesn't work like that.
That's
It will
right.
never work like that. So that's why I just feel like giving your best and being okay with that means you're gonna fall on your face. You're gonna do something dumb. You're gonna make a mistake. You're gonna hurt somebody, but it's like every day, except that was a little lesson to make you better. I just feel like we're so hard on ourselves. I do it to myself all the time. I want to be the best father, to my daughter, and like because I can't communicate with her mother, I freak out and say, "Am I a bad dad?" Right? Or if I'm in the gym, I go, "Oh, I need to be bigger." Comparison. I think we got to eliminate that. So thank you for saying that. It's about your best. But we compare our best to someone else's
Yes,
all the time with the social media, and I don't know. I think you just gotta love you.
yes, and as the artistry of being an artist and getting on these social medias, and here it is that you see Tom over here and he got a blue tick, and oh my God, Tom is doing so much better than me because he got a blue tick. I
Mm-hmm.
tell people all the time,
Literally.
I'm not phased by that. When I go on and I post my shit, it is my shit. This is me. And I have just
That's
arrived.
you.
And I've just arrived. I do not care
That
what blue
part.
ticket
That
is. I
part.
don't care how much persons like it, because you know what you'll realize? You will see you have over 12,000 views, but only 7 persons like it. I don't care how much persons like it, because I know that there are persons that are watching it but refuse to click the like
Exactly.
button. And I would be scared to
Exactly.
click the like button too if it is
I,
that
lo-
you don't like me, right?
I love that because they're always. Well, I always tell people, your haters might not like your stuff, but
Mhm.
trust me, they're watching. So give them a show.
Oh, they
Like that's just how I am.
they watch
Make them
they
enjoy
watch
what they're watching.
harder. The fact that they don't like it, that's what makes them work harder. But I encourage everyone out there, do not get discouraged, right? Just know that the algorithm is what's behind there pushing your stuff out or whatever. So maybe the
True.
algorithm doesn't like you that day. And maybe it is that
Yep.
you sometimes you need to work a little bit harder as well and to figure out exactly what's not working for you and what may work for you on another platform as well. But I say that to say this, one of the things there, because I have a few artists who actually reached out to me and and spoke to me on a few things and mentally where they're at, and
Mm-hmm.
and being able to walk away and to come back, and they're scared to walk away because what if I walk away and I take a month off or I take 2 weeks off, and when I come back the audience is going to be there. You may just have to work a little bit harder when you first come back, but it's okay to walk away. I do not stay on social media 7 days a week. I take 2 or 3 days
Yep.
off. Just imagine dealing with
You have to.
because
You have to unplug.
because it's not just about you posting, it's what you're seeing that other persons are posting as well that can put you in a
100%.
different frame of mind, right?
hundred
Yes.
percent. Because then you're working with somebody and establishing yourself a balance. It's so funny you mentioned this too, because I always catch myself because I perform so much now. I always remember I have to remember to go to shows. So I always challenge myself to go to one or two shows to support another artist, right? Whether they're local
Yes.
or whether they need help at an open mic with background. We have to watch each other's art and appreciate it all the same. And I think that's the most important thing, right? When you're on
Yes.
your computer all day long, when you're on your phone all day long, it's not really good for the radiation, of course. but,
Yes. That's a
but on
whole
another
nother
level, it's like
chapter.
you have to look at people in the face more than you have your screen in front of your face. That's just
Hmm.
kind of how I live life. Like I have to make sure I go to the grocery store without my phone. When I go on dates with my girlfriends, I literally no cell phones. You know what I mean? Like human interaction. That's what we need. So I agree with you 100%.
So something that something that myself that I've done, right? So and I've been doing this for years. I don't work Sunday and Mondays. Occasionally, sometimes I do. So I know persons are listening to like, I just saw her on Monday. Yeah. But if I work that Monday, I know that there's another day in the week where you will not see me on social media. However, I take Sunday
That
and
part.
Mondays off. And on those 2 days, I fast and pray. And part of fasting and praying is that don't use technology. So no TV, which I really don't even watch TV, but no TV, no phone, nothing that has to do with technology and being one with nature because it
Hmm.
clears your mind. And when you
Hmm.
come back as well, you are able to, it's like a renewed you. And
Like resetting. I agree.
yeah, as well as fasting really helps. It puts you back in balance, yeah, as well. So I encourage each and every one who are listening, and it's part of the arts. Yeah, do not stop what you're doing. Keep going. Right?
Yeah,
Even
man.
if it's
Yeah,
three
man.
persons that like your post, keep going. Keep on doing what you're doing. Do not give up as well.
Perseverance. I
Per-
love that.
Perseverance.
Dr. Empress Rose dropping bombs over here hitting you like Dr. Phil and Oprah. We're ready for you. Change the world,
I tell you, but I says my reputation precedes me. I'm going to stick to that. On that note, I am going to jump to one of the other tracks. So when we come back, we're going to take some of the questions from the audience and we'll vibe out. Okay, sit tight.
Respect.
Go, yeah. I like that. Grand rising to my kings and queens. Truth, love, and light. Cause things are never as they seem. 70s way. Let's have some fun, y'all. ElyJah track. Giving thanks and praise to this one of Majesty, Haile Selassie, I Rastafari. Looking for answers, what can we find? Eternally we are divine. Yeah, yeah. Our light should shine bright like a child's smile. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Who's the one you're protecting? We do it for the message. Music gives life, so we must protect it. Pretty as people do the worst of things. Glory to the kingdom or the joy it brings. When we dance, stepping in the name of love. The youth, let's raise them up. Blaze up, see we're dangerous. Unity, ignite our hearts, sustain us. Looking for answers, what can we find? Eternally we are divine. Yeah, yeah. Our light should shine bright.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you what, this is one of my favorite ElyJah Tribe track. Okay, and I love it. So, it kind of has that live feeling to it. Um,
Yeah.
live recording feeling to it. I think that's why I love live
Yeah.
recording. By the way, is my thing. So
It was
talk to
it
me
was a
about
live recording too, so I'm glad it feels like that.
Talk to me about the track. Talk to me about the track. This production.
Yeah, you said just talking about the track and the production.
Yeah, talk to me about the track and the production itself. Recording this one, yes.
Yeah, so looking for answers. I wrote, I want to say about maybe 6 or 7 years ago. I really wanted it to be recorded with kind of the same feel. My first big reggae concert I went to maybe about 6, 7 years ago was seeing Stephen Marley up in UC Berkeley. And the way he sounded just live, like, of course, even better, but just like the recording, just that level of precision and the harmonies and all that. And that's what I learned. Like when I do reggae, typically I really do try to honor, the roots reggae feel. Like there's nothing more powerful than the live reggae drums. Maybe next is like jazz, funk, and hip hop, but all that's still rooted in the chunkum, in the calypso feel. So for me, yeah, man. I mean, it's a live recording. That was Jared Smith who recorded that, and then drums for that one. And then I want to say his name was Stephen Perry. I think was a sax brother. And then big shout out to Brad Beckwood too. He's kind of brought us all together, and we used to do the Wednesday boys nights. It was like a men's therapy club, playing music and being fathers and talking about understand ladies, and it was a special thing. And I wish those guys the best. Unfortunately, it didn't work out well, but it was an incredible process together. Those guys are great, based out of Idaho area. So yeah, I mean, I was just thankful for that experience of that live energy. But because when you bring people in to work on something that you wrote, I think that was the challenge, right? Because it's like I still have the final say, and some people aren't comfortable with that. And I think that's why it's important really to understand, like, are you hiring musicians to help your art, or do they want to be a part of your art? And I'm not the best at sharing that because I mean, I don't know. I know it sounds selfish, but I like making things in my way because I know how to do it in the way I want. But I always feature artists, who want to support the vision, and then of course I'll support their vision. But we're big kids, got to support each other's games. So you can't be, being the spoiled brat. You got to share sometimes. So I'm trying to find that balance.
That's true. That's true. Boy, I really appreciate you coming through. I am going to have to invite you because I have more than one shows, so I have to get you on my other show. That one of my other shows. I have one specifically that has length to it, where I could play more of your songs and we could vibe for a longer time because there's so much to talk about. You have so
Oh,
much
respect.
material
I'd be
as
honored.
well. Yeah, but I definitely wanted just to touch base with you right now. But a few questions from our audience as well. We have Michelle out of Zimbabwe, and she would like to know: are you working on something right now, or the upcoming release?
Hey, big ups, Michelle from Zimbabwe. ElyJah Tribe appreciates the support. Yeah, we're going to be releasing a new single every single month, along with a music video for the next 6 months. It's a big marketing campaign. Me and my team are developing right now. Big shout out to Zion R. Raquel, PR queen. My manager AQ, Myron Henley, at the whole team. But by me will be the next single. If you have a chance, you'll hear the live version. But this is definitely one of those very big R&B ballads. I could sing a little bit of it, but yeah, the next song you'll be hearing is this one. It says, "By me through all adversity, by me through all adversity, you stood by me." So that's a little teaser, but it's that, and it has its big strings and everything like that. So Michelle from Zimbabwe, yes, brand new music coming out.
I love it. Now I know that this year has moved so quickly. I cannot believe that we're in September. September is almost finished. The year is almost the end of the year is just around the corner.
Okay.
In terms of performance, will you be performing, or can we expect performances for the rest of this year?
Yes, as far as my performances for the rest of this year, yes, yes. We're going to be doing a tour in the fall, doing a bunch of colleges. We're doing some leadership events. We're setting up some shows out in Florida right now as well. We got a couple in New York coming up. So each month I put kind of a show list together and everything like that. So just Instagram is the best for that. And also we have merchandise. We got the stickers in, we got the lighters, we got the T-shirts, all the things. You know, yoga pants coming out, everything like that. So yeah, we just been pushing forward. Got sponsored by an incredible CBD company as well. Big shout outs to Queen Kitty Seltzer and all that. But yeah, just everything is just stay connected with us. We're gonna be streaming now because we finally got to 1,000 plus TikToks. We're gonna be doing some live streams on our TikTok page and live shows on Instagram Live as well. So good things on the way for y'all.
I love it. It's been a pleasure having you come through. Do you have any last minute shout outs, and can you share your social media links as well? Is there anything that you would have liked to talk about that I did not get covered in this interview?
You know what? I like exchanging energy with beautiful humans. So I think what was said was in the moment where it needs to be. And I gave my best. I think you gave your best, Dr. Empress Rose. We got to stick to our, we can't be critiquing our best when it was beautiful, created laughter and harmony. But no, I had a blast. It's a true honor. I think we spoke on what needed to be, which is just to start conversations. I think the goal of conversation isn't to agree, right? Always. If you agree, that's beautiful, but it's to converse, it's to feel heard and validated. Thank you for giving me space to be myself. The Dr. Empress Rose, appreciate you. And then as far as social media goes, all of my brand is connected to the same spelling, ElyJah, ElyJahTribe. You can catch me on YouTube to see me live, trying to serenade for the people. You can see us on it. Instagram to get the show dates and the current silly info about me being a father and having fun in life. And then Spotify, iTunes, ElyJah Tribe, same spelling. Please like, share, subscribe, and thank you guys for listening.
How about the last minute shout outs?
Man, last minute shout out. Big ups to all of my listeners out there. This is for you. Thank you for taking the time to learn about me. Big ups my mom, Sharon Youngblood, my father, Edward Youngblood, my sister, Charity Youngblood, my management crew, AQ Perfect Verse, Raquel, big ups, Chronics, Keznamdi, Kalissa, Calico, love you guys, McDonald family. I can't wait to come make y'all proud for all you all show me and how to be a better person. Shout outs to love, peace, joy, truth, love, and light. Oh, and Myron Henley, my sax player. I forgot. So that's my boy. He gonna get me if I don't miss that.
Thanks for coming through. I really appreciate you being here, and I am looking forward to your upcoming release. And I'm looking forward to, doing something with you as well. Stay connected.
Hey, respect.
Go, yeah. I like that. Grand rising to my kings and queens. Truth, love, and light. Cause things are never as they seem. 70s way. Let's have some fun, y'all. ElyJah Tribe. Giving thanks and praise to this one of Majesty, Haile Selassie, I Rastafari. Looking for answers, what can we find? Eternally we are divine. Our light should shine bright like a child's smile. Who's the one you're protecting? We do it for the message. Music gives life, so we must protect it. Pretty as people do the worst of things. Glory to the kingdom or the joy it brings. When we dance, stepping in the name of love. The youth, let's raise them up. Blaze up, see we're dangerous. Unity, ignite our hearts, sustain us. Looking for answers, what can we find? Eternally we are divine. Our light should shine bright.
Looking for a way to support a great cause and enjoy some amazing poetry, you need the spoken word album.
With Dr. Empress Rose Green's spoken word album, you can rest assured that a portion of your money is going towards helping the homeless. Plus, the album is filled with powerful and thought-provoking poems that will leave you inspired and moved. This album is a must-have. Whether you're a poetry lover or just looking for something new to listen to.
So don't wait. Get your copy today and support a great cause while enjoying the attributes of amazing poetry.
I wrote a song today. 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 A moment in time when okay was just that. Okay? About freedom, self-expression, love, and innocence. It reminded me of a definitive period during my adolescence. I wrote a song today.
Yeah. I know support for support. You know the thing go. Yeah, sophisticated. Section 1 Peninsula.
Creme de la creme. Section 1 come fi cause problem. At the body's party for the year. Every girl go and tell a friend. Alright then. Creme de la, 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 creme de la. Crendela, Crendela, Crendela. The party a hot, party a shot. Ain't no parking spot left in the parking lot. And some promoter them just talking crap. A creme de la creme, me call talking stop. The party a crash like yard. Them can't spend cash like star. One shine to me give them a flashlight star. Tell a girl listen a clash like her car. Creme de la, creme de la, creme de la, creme de la, creme de la. Crendela, 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 champagne a splash, and me name Nakash. And when them think of water, rain a cash. Y'all fi a broke out selector, hear me that star like the 6th of August, I get the same attack.
Yes. I thank everyone for tuning in. Of course, Nakash is going to be up next. Nakash Diesel. I just say dancehall artist. Of course, I'm giving you variety today. Variety is the spice of life. Yes, I have one of my friends who just hit me up and said, "Oh, we're having variety today." Yes, we're having variety today. So for persons who are just tapping in, of course, earlier we had a conversation with FricaSole. If you are not familiar with FricaSole, please go out and check her out at FricaSole.com. She is a force to be reckoned with, right? She not only does she a songwriter and a singer, she is also, dabble in various genres, R&B, pop, and she's very neo soul. As well, she is a poet and she is also a short story. She writes short stories. And most recently, just a few minutes ago, we completed our interview with ElyJah Tribe. ElyJah Tribe, my oh my. When talking about talent and being able to play 13 instruments, oh my gosh. So we're just blowing out the park. And as I've said at the top of the hour, for myself, it is that I am winding down to about 2 weeks where it is that I'll take a break and would have no radio show because it is that I am getting ready to, be in my little part of introvertism as it comes close to my birthday as well when I disappear. So I am enjoying the few moments that's left between now and when it is that I and myself actually going on tour in November as well to promote my book, to promote all the different things that I have done throughout the year and different things that will be coming forward for 2024. So of course, if you are in any of these countries that I will be visiting, of course you can reach out to me. And I likewise I'm going to be looking up some of those persons who listen to my show and are in some of those African countries. But While it is that, we are going to be connecting with Nakash in just a few minutes, right? Well, maybe in just about 60 seconds. But right now, I am going to get you acclimated with one of his tracks today, what was released, Purple Rain, and
Clarkum, Clarkum. The boy them rain suck out of them head like a vacuum. I may say, yo, Shane, yo, feel it bad, do the right thing. Boy, them violate, and you know them feel pain. You know it's silly bad? Yeah, yeah. Them want charge me for murders that me never heard of. Can't see me a Burger King flipping burgers. Bodies end up in a the tree like the nest where the bird have. Violate and dead that a year bad. Cause me no give chance to you out of the 6 months. Me give Lance no resistance. Straight jeans me wear, not big pants. Can me gonna stay show a big Lance my gosh. When me come fi kill me no give chance in the street at all. When the rain a fall, we left grains a fall like when the rain a fall. Marrow splash pan the ground and blood stain a wall. Out a station my name a call. Cause in the street at all when the rain a fall, we left grains a fall like when the rain a fall. Marrow splash pan the ground and blood stain a wall. Out a station my name a call. Me a no God, but me fall black and purple rain. Me circle rain like how the Fed circle Spain. Boy, I try use him little turtle brain, but him man in him blood. Him have dirty vein like dirty drain. Shane give him 30 grain, me perky man. Me thugs them Herculean. Me bust 30 grain and grab 30 chain. Me and Jekyll work the same. Alright that all when the rain a fall, we left grains a fall like when the rain a fall. Marrow splash pan the ground and blood stain a wall. Out a station my name a call. Cause in the street that all when the rain a fall, we left grains a fall like when the rain a fall. Marrow splash pan the ground and blood stain a wall. Out a station my name a call.
I tell you what, Johannesburg, which I love Johannesburg because it is that, that the home of what I would say is Helmet Dancehall. Um, well, to Joe, who just hit me up and asked me, who can I rewind rewind the very first song that I played for Nakash before I started speaking. Okay, I will play that song and then we're going to get Nakash in studio because we have quite a few songs, quite a few questions for him as well. Seeing that it is that today's a variety show where it is that we gave you reggae, we gave you R&B pop, and right now we're about to get into a little bit of dancehall as well. And to all the dancehall fans that are out there tapping in, thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah. You know support for support. You know tingo. Yeah, sophisticated. Section 1 Peninsula. Creme de la creme. Section 1 come fi cause problem. At the body's party for the year. Every girl go and tell a friend. Alright then. Creme de la, 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 creme de la. The party a hot, party a shot. Ain't no parking spot left in the parking lot. And some promoter them just talking crap. A creme de la creme, me call talking stop. The party a crash like car. Them can't spend cash like star. One shine to me give them a flashlight star. Tell a girl listen a clash like her car. Creme de la, 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 creme. Champagne a splash, and me name Nakash. And when them think of water, rain a cash. Y'all fi a broke out selector aim at that star like the 6th of August. I get the same attack.
Yes. So, Joe, I hope it is that I made your day. I went back to playing that song. Let me tell you, that song has been released for quite a while right now. But of course, this is not Nakash's first time on this show, so I had to reach for some of the content that brought him on before now. Hi, Nakash, how are you?
Hey, what's up, Empress? What's up?
Well, I haven't spoken to you this year. I think the last time I spoke to you was last year.
Yeah,
However,
late last year.
yes, I I see you doing your thing, across social media, as well.
Yeah.
And I am so happy that persons in different places have actually recognized you. So there are persons who actually listen to my show that I said, "Oh, I've heard him before. Does he have new songs?" Yes. So the song that I played before this one was actually a new song, and we're going to get to that song as well. It's called Purple Rain, and it has just been released today. So we're going to talk to Nakash about that. But before we do, for persons who do not know or is not familiar with Nakash, I'll have him introduce himself and we'll get into a few questions before we get to this new song that I have questions and I love it. So Nakash, can you introduce yourself to our listening audience? Tell them what it is that you would like them to know about yourself.
My gosh, well, it's Nakash Diesel, I always representing because I'm the real representer. Yeah, man, the thing go, dancehall artist from out of Jamaica, you see me, currently living in the States, the thing go. Yeah, man.
Love it, love it. Let me ask you, is the name Nakash Diesel? Is the artist name Nakash Diesel or is it Nakash?
It's Nakash Diesel.
It's Nakash Diesel. Oh gosh.
Yeah, but you can cut it short and say Nakash or Diesel, whatever. Still me.
So earlier I interviewed FricaSole, and of course before I had the opportunity to actually introduce all you guys. One thing that I noticed about all the artists that came on today is that their name actually sells them. Yeah, FricaSole
Yeah.
name sold her. ElyJah Tribe definitely, and this Nakash definitely sells you as an artist. Let's talk about the name.
Yeah.
How did you arrive at Nakash? These or Nakash?
Well, all my life, them call me Nakash. My father gave me that name, Nakash. So when I started to do music, I actually changed it to ZD one at a time, and then I was thinking about it, and I'm like, yo, everybody in my life know me as Nakash all over the world. Everybody that I came across, they already know me as Nakash, and then Nakash, it sounded unique. I'd never really heard anyone else with that name, so I said, if I'm going to do music, that could be a good artist name. So I was using Nakash for a little while, and then after a couple of years, I decided I wanted to add something to it. One of my cousins always called me Diesel. So it sounded, it went together. So I just put the Diesel on it.
Well,
So
love
it's
it.
Nakash Diesel.
Yes, whether it's Nakash or Nakash Diesel, it's very unique, and I love it. It's the artistry behind the artist and the name as well.
Yeah, thank you.
So, what I did not realize earlier, um, quite interesting. I actually am the person who did the flyers, do all the flyers. Yes,
Yeah.
nobody's paid over here to do that. I do that.
Yeah,
So,
very talented.
if you ever know. So here's what I did the flyer, but I just realized something as I'm looking at my screen. You're in an A Legends outfit. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh no, she has to send me my all. Everybody, no, shout out to A Legends. A Legends is doing it, and she's dressing everybody. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
man,
gotta
big
reach
up,
out to
big
her.
up A Legends, man. You know the thing.
I gotta reach out to A Legends. I'm so proud of her. She moves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I texted her the other day. I was, yo, I love you. Have a great work ethic.
Yes, yes. I love her work ethic. I see her and I have no problem liking her posts. I like everybody posts. I don't know why people don't like my posts. I think the social media said, you know what? She likes everybody's stuff. They probably shut a ban for that too, to like everybody's stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
A Legends is a hard worker. I see her across social media and I see her with this clothing line, but I'm going to reach out to her because she promised me that, she'll hook me up. So I want to get hooked up while I prepare for my tour here and prepare to do some things. I want to get an A Legend outfit. Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's great that that you guys support her. You know, nothing more than I like to see.
Yeah, man. You know, support for support, man.
I like to see
As
the
in, if she
support.
support, we also in every way she can, you know. So
Yes.
we have to just help her, see and support her, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. Well, let's talk about this music. You have Purple Rain that came out today.
Yeah.
Talk to me about
Yeah.
talk to me about the production.
Yeah.
Before we get to talk about the production as well, let's talk about the writing on the song. You wrote that song by yourself, am I correct?
Yeah.
Mm. Lyrically
Yeah,
inclined.
man. Lyrically, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell our audience about the song.
All right. Well, you know, Purple Rain. Purple Rain is a song when I write a while back. I just never recorded it until do the writing, play the rhythm on it. You know, it was like a perfect match. So I just decided to put that song on that rhythm. You know, but yeah, man, tough song full of lyrics and you know, yeah, man, in the skin.
I think. How did you come up with the Purple Rain? The
Well,
name.
the title is off a line in the song when I say, me are not God, but my fall black and purple rain. So, so that's how the song get the name Purple Rain.
Okay, I tell you, it is not you know, I'm a fan of one of your other songs. So everywhere I hear that song, and from time to time I play it at home as well. I go in my collection and artists that I've brought on this show, I will pick songs and I will listen to them through the day. So you have another song that I really like as well. Of course, when I go to break next, I'm gonna play that song, The Four and Purple Rain. What I notice as well is your play on words, and
Yeah.
there is something to be said about the play on words as well, because your play on words is on another level, on the dancehall
Thank you.
level, on the dancehall
Yeah,
level.
you know,
I can say.
we try to make the thing unique and different, you know, and yeah,
Okay.
and entertaining.
hmm So this song came out today. How has what's the reception locally, internationally? Are persons speaking on the song and telling you they like the song already?
Yeah, man. Everybody will hear the song, love the song. You know, cause I've been in Jamaica a couple of days now. You know, I've been promoting and stuff. Everybody love it, love the lyrics. You know, pull it up 1,000 times. You know, so yeah, it's a go on. And when the video drops, it's gonna be even better.
So the DJs, of course, the DJs would have had the song already before it dropped. So yeah.
Yeah, man. A couple DJs of it. You know, Digital Clear, DJ Stagger them, DJ Kenny. A lot of our close link selectors already have it and already playing it.
Okay. I have a DJ from Zimbabwe that just told me he don't have it. It's okay, you will get it.
Well, you got to fix that.
All right. Well, I am going to jump to Purple Rain and we'll be back with some more questions. This time I'll take some questions from our listening audience as well. Okay? Sit tight.
All right.
Clarkum. The boy them rain suck out of them head like a vacuum. I may say yo shit, yo feel it bad, do the right thing. Boy them violate, and you know them feel pain. You know we silly bad? Yeah. Them want charge me for murders that me never heard of. Can't see me a Burger King flipping burgers. Bodies hang up in the tree like the nest where the bird have. Violate and dead that a year bad. Cause me no give chance to you out of the 6 pants. Me give Lance no resistance. Straight jeans me wear, not big pants. Cause me gonna stay show a big Lance my gosh. When me come fi kill me no give chance in the street at all. When the rain a fall, we left grains a fall like when the rain a fall. Marrow splash pan the ground and blood stain a wall. Out a station my name a call. Cause in the street at all when the rain a fall, we left grains a fall like when the rain a fall. Marrow splash pan the ground and blood stain a wall. Out a station my name a call. Me a no god, but me fall black and purple rain. Me circle rain like how the Fed circle Spain. Boy, I try use him little turtle brain, but him man in him blood. Him have dirty vein like dirty drain. Shane give him 30 grain, me perky man. Me thugs them Herculean. Me bust 30 grain and grab 30 chain. Me and Jekyll work the same. Alright that. All when the rain a fall, we left grains a fall like when the rain a fall. Marrow splash pan the ground and blood stain a wall. Out of station my name a call, cause in the street that. All when the rain a fall, we left grains a fall like when the rain a fall. Marrow splash pan the ground and blood stain a wall. Out of station my name a call.
Okay. Nakash, I tell you. So are you doing media tour right now? And is it going to run into a performance tour?
Yeah, definitely. We're on the media tour right now. You know, doing a lot of interviews and a lot of write up in the papers, different papers, magazines and stuff. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. You know, definitely working on a tour.
Is that a US? Is that a US tour?
A US?
US tour. US?
Well, most likely gonna be US and like a couple Caribbean islands.
Okay. Well, I must tell you. So do the right thing. Entertainment is actually working because, yeah, that's one thing. When the songs come, and it's not just when they first come out, because persons think that when you have the material, there are some artists that think that when the material first come out, they promote it and then you don't hear anything again. But I see you guys, always working on always putting stuff out there, and so yeah, shout out to Do the Right Thing Entertainment. As
Yeah,
well.
man, good producer, good management, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you find a good one, there you go. Yes, and it's good to shout it out because not too many persons talk about their management and what they're doing for them, especially nowadays as well. So now that you have released this track, will you be releasing anything for the rest of the year? You're pretty much just looking to do the media tour and to see if you can do a performance tour within the US. Is that for this year, by the way?
If that's what?
The performance tour. Are you planning to do that for this year?
Yes.
In the US? Okay.
Yeah, late this year, early next year.
Okay. So all the promoters and producers listening, please check out Nakash. His play on words is very good. I love it as well. Dancehall artist, but I'm sure he can give you some reggae as well. It's not just dancehall, but I admire the dancehall side of his music because he never disappoints as well. So very quick with it as well. If you had to compare yourself, this is coming from Sandra out of Switzerland. She would like to know if you had to compare yourself to one of the other dancehall artists that falls within your dancehall mix, who would that be? Would you compare yourself to anyone?
Compare.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, everything about me is kind of unique and uncomparable. But I would say artists that I listen to and I think they're on the level. Would I say like a Massacre, a Vibes Cartel, maybe a Alkaline, Idona. Yeah, more younger like a Lyrical, a Chronicler. Yeah, them they're the artists. Them.
Now, would you say any of those artists are the artists who actually influence the music that you do?
Influence, definitely. I'll say I get a little influence from Vibes Cartel.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
I don't know what's going on with Vibes Cartel, but I would say shout out to Vibes Cartel. Shout out to Vibes Cartel. The world is not as we make it out to seem sometimes, and unfortunately, it is. I won't say much. I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay.
yeah, better.
Shout out to Vibes Cartel. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. So yeah, you were in Jamaica actually promoting and doing a few things on the record as well. And to our listening
Yeah,
audience, when you hear Purple Rain, of course it is the persons associated with Prince. So I think within the mix itself, one of my questions that I wanted to ask was is Prince one of your influences? And do you listen to any Prince record?
Prince.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, no. Prince is not really my artist, but I realize he got a song called Purple Rain.
Purple Rain, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Now I'm going to jump to one of your other tracks, and when I come back, we're going to vibe out as well. We'll have a few more questions, or maybe I should get to this question right here because Liz from Canada, she said she will be, she has to go, but she wanted to ask you this question. Okay, so she would like to ask if you've ever performed within Canada, and would you
Canada.
consider performing in Toronto?
Yeah, I actually did a show in Toronto the other day. I think it was like I think that was in July.
Oh, that's where
Yes,
she
I
saw
actually
you.
performed
Okay.
in Toronto in July, this July.
Okay. That okay. No, all right. I misread what she wrote. She said that she could have sworn she saw you in Toronto. Oh. And
Oh yes, she did.
oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, she matched that to that. I didn't even know you were in Canada as well. Do you like Canada?
Yeah, I love it. I go to Canada all the time,
Uh.
and I'm supposed to go back for a show in December.
Nice. Nice. I mean, it's not that far. In terms of
No,
where it is that we're on the East Coast, it's not that far as well.
yes, it's not too far. I actually drive there.
Right. Yeah. Drive is interesting though. Can be quite interesting. And Toronto Carnival is also a good one as well. Especially for the song to debut, Purple Rain. So
Yeah.
to all the promoters, you'll be there in December. Are you open to doing more than one shows when you're there? Because you're actually promoters
I'm open because actually I won't be in Toronto. That show is gonna be in Calgary.
in Calgary. And
Yeah.
that's the part of Canada that I like actually Calgary. So I have promoters who are actually listening from Canada as well. So if you would like to reach out to Nakash and actually be able to give him an additional show or bring him other places in Canada and he's open to do it, you can reach out on his social media, however. You can reach out to me and I'll make the contact with his management as well. Uh, all right, so I'm gonna jump to this other track. This is one of my favorite tracks. So wherever it is that I hear this track, I know it's Nakash, okay? And then we'll be right back with some more questions and to wrap up with Nakash. Sit tight.
Yo, do the right thing. Section. Yo.
Nakash. Whole heap of thoughts are running on me head. Hours pass on me in a myself. In a myself. And I look in a myself. And I wonder how come me not there. But man loyal, only time will tell. When you see me spending all this time in hell. Never sell out, me never sign and tell. I 30 years to life, that me a spend, yeah. Man loyal, only time will tell. When you see me spending all this time in hell. Never sell out, me never sign and tell. I 30 years to life, that me a spend, yeah. Man I stay loyal, now sing my friend like what royal. Me and my co-accused on the trial. Now say a word no, I'm a liar, I'm a dial. Section 1 not disloyal, me no want no plea deal. Me and my dogs, them are the real deal. We a fire cap and real steel. Them a no baller, get scared when them see the real feel. And dash with their friend like a rich peel. But man loyal, only time will tell. When you see me spending all this time in hell. Never sell out, me never sign and tell. I 30 years to life, that me a spend, yeah. My loyal all the time will tell. When you see me spending all this time in hell. Never sell out, me never sign and tell. I 30 years to life,
that me a spend. Yes, I try down a sentence. And me them a try fi sentence. The judge say from me make me entrance. From me face she see the vengeance. Never deny the accusation or take acceptance. Yeah.
Yes. Nakash, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So yes, Time Will Tell is one of my tracks, favorite tracks from you. Do you have
Yes.
is there a one track where your audience or your fans gravitate towards?
That I gravitate toward.
No, your fans. That your fans
My
gravitate
fans. Oh yeah. Yeah, they love this one time and else. Yeah, and I got another track called Creep Up on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, this is my favorite right here. I'm going to take some time to, get acclimated with Purple Rain.
Hmm.
Purple Rain, I must tell you, I have had the opportunity to have you on, I think twice or maybe three times already. But what I realized with Purple Rain actually is that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that you're verbally, you have gotten better, right? If you listen to Time in Hell and you listen to Purple Rain, you'll see that your production has gotten better. Would you agree?
Okay. Yeah, we keep growing. So, yeah, we keep growing and growing. So we only getting better.
Yeah. I don't know if it's so much the rhythm or if it is the bars that are currently on the production itself. But when I have a chance to
Yeah.
listen to more Purple Rain, um, I'll see exactly what it is. But the production is awesome. I really love the track as well. And to our listening audience and persons out there, this track, Purple Rain, was released today. When I vibe out, I will vibe out to Purple Rain. So of course it is that. If you're just joining late, you're also able to, you know, listen to what the track is saying as well. And you can go on if you're unable to purchase. You can always stream on Spotify as well. You know, but go out and support. We talk about support here because it's not just about listening, it's also supporting the artist as well, right? Okay.
Yeah.
We have Angelique out of Jamaica that says that she actually has seen you perform before and she loves your performance. She thinks that the song is just one part of it. However, seeing you in action actually highlights the song. So I haven't seen you perform before, Nakash. I got to check out one of your performances as well. Um,
Yeah.
well, it's good to know that there are persons in different places that actually appreciate your music and appreciate what you bring, to the
Yeah,
audience.
definitely. Give thanks, man. Give thanks to God and give thanks to the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That feels good, to know that the music is reaching people over the world.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm.
Yes. And of course, you have had interviews with various African, you know, hosts as well to different radio stations as well, and they appreciate you because some of them actually will hit me up and tell me, about the artist who actually comes on their show and say, "Listen, I love this one right here."
Okay.
He works hard, and I love what he's doing. So yeah, it has come to me where there's been hosts who have contacted me and told me that as well. And I know about those in
Okay.
Africa as well. So that's awesome. I am going to be vibing out with yourself, but is there anything that you would like to that I may have left out that you would like to talk about before I close out?
Um, just want to tell the fans them to go ahead and just continue to stream the music. Time in Hell, which went number 5 on iTunes. So that's doing pretty well. Just continue to support us, me. Continue to check out, subscribe to my Vivo, Nakash Diesel, so you can get the content as soon as them drop. Only more new music coming out for the rest of the year. We have Sandra Beach, and we have a couple collab with the Spanish artist, Her Majesty.
coming out very soon, video and everything. So yeah, man, just look out, man, and keep your ears them cock up, you know, and your eyes them up.
All right, we have Lion out of where's this? Lion out of the Netherlands, and he's asking, is there a video to Purple Rain, or is it just audio?
Well, the video is we're just working on the video for Purple Rain. I'm actually gonna be shooting it in Jamaica, so yeah, you can look out for that one very soon.
Okay, all right.
But in the meantime, we have the video for Terminal, and we have the video for I think Body Bad, and we have Good So. So you can check out the video them on YouTube, man. Them there.
Okay, so that's available on your Vivo. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes. So okay, yes, Lion, you can check out his Vivo, Nakash. Check out his Vivo, and you'll be able to see some of the videos that he has there. However, and they are currently working on Purple Rain. I would love to see the video when it comes out, so please keep me in the loop.
Yeah, man, that's
well.
our crowd up, man.
Yes, yes. Any last minute shout outs as well, and please share your social media handles with our listening audience.
You repeat that?
Any last minute shout outs, and as well, please share your social media handles.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. As I said, check me out on TikTok, isn't me? See Nakash Diesel, Instagram, YouTube, isn't me? Everywhere where every artist there, me did it to. Audio Mac, everywhere. More shout out the whole of Philadelphia, the whole of Galena, the whole of Kingston, Branston, Pagan, Jekyll, Shane, Val. Big up my father Alton, same way. Big up my mother Dan. Big up my baby mother. Is me? Mother mean. Yeah, man, basically I hate that, you know. Empress, big up yourself. You know, go.
Big ups to the management, do the right thing. Yeah?
Yeah, man, I want more person. Big up my brethren, gang go same way too. You hear that? Yeah, can't listen more.
Yes, yes. I don't remember. This is I'm in my 5th year of doing this, and I can't remember. Not even 5 persons will come on this show and say big up to the mother and the father. So big up to your mother and your father, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, man. Every time, man.
Yes.
Without them, it couldn't possible.
That's right. That's right. Love it. Big up mommy and daddy. I appreciate it. You know, thanks for coming through, and I will, like I said, I will give Purple Rain a listen. We'll play it while vibing out. It's been a pleasure having you come through, and I'm looking forward to more works, EP, album. But of course, firstly, we're looking towards the Purple Rain video.
Video, yeah,
I'll
man.
share with my audience once you guys put it
I
up.
heard, man, the pleasure was all mine, you know.
Blessed love, blessed love.
All right, I'm out. My gosh.
Clarkum. The boy them rain suck out of them head like a vacuum. I mean I say yo shit, yo feel bad do the right thing. Boy them violate and you know them feel pain. You know we silly bad? Yeah. Them want charge me for murders that me never heard of. Can't see me a Burger King flipping burgers. Bodies end up in a the tree like the nest where the bird have. Violate and dead that a year bad. Cause me no give chance to you out of the 6 pants. Me give lance no resistance. Straight jeans me wear, not big pants. Cause me gonna stay show a big lance. My gosh, when me come fi kill me no give chance in the street at all. When the rain a fall, we left grains a fall like when the rain a fall. Marrow splash pan the ground and blood stain a wall. Out a station my name a call. Cause in the street at all when the rain a fall, we left grains a fall like when the rain a fall. Marrow splash pan the ground and blood stain a wall. Out a station my name a call. Me a no God, but me fall black and purple rain. Me circle rain like how the Fed circle Spain. Boy, I try use him little turtle brain, but him man in him blood. Him have dirty vein like dirty drain. Shane give him 30 grain, me perky man. Me thugs them Herculean. Me bust 30 grain and grab 30 chain. Me and Jekyll work the same in the right that. All when the rain a fall, we left grains a fall like when the rain a fall. Marrow splash pan the ground and blood stain a wall. Out a station my name a call. Cause in the street that all when the rain a fall, we left grains a fall like when the rain a fall. Marrow splash pan the ground and blood stain a wall. Out a station my name a call.
Looking for a way to support a great cause and enjoy some amazing poetry, you need the spoken word album.
With Dr. Empress Rose Green's spoken word album, you can rest assured that a portion of your money is going towards helping the homeless. Plus, the album is filled with powerful and thought-provoking poems that will leave you inspired and moved. This album is a must-have. Whether you're a poetry lover or just looking for something new to listen to.
So don't wait. Get your copy today and support a great cause while enjoying the attributes of amazing poetry.
I wrote a song today. 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 A moment in time when okay was just that. Okay? About freedom, self-expression, love, and innocence. It reminded me of a definitive period during my adolescence. I wrote a song today.
Yes. I thank you guys for coming through. Keep it locked each and every week. The one-on-one music review show, always here. And I am looking forward to the next few weeks that I have before it is that I will take a break. But of course, we have interesting artists that we bring to you each and every week that are doing their thing across the social media platforms and in the streets. I encourage you, support these artists. Don't watch the blue tick. Just support the artists, okay? It's been a pleasure. Again, my capital home is International Stars. That's INTLSTARZ. And I am Dr. Empress Rose. You can locate me one-on-one on Instagram, Infinite Empress. That's INFINITEMPRESS. It's been a pleasure having you come through. Have yourselves a blessed rest of day.